Welcome back to the show. I'd like to introduce you to our studio guest today. Barbara Harris is the new interim director for the new Neighborhood Development Department, which was recently created through the organizational changes the city announced last month. Thank you so much for joining us in the studio today, Barbara.
Certainly.
It's a pleasure to have you. Now tell me a little bit about your history with the city. How long have you been with us?
I have been with the city of Greensboro for 10 years.
Wow.
And I have primarily worked with neighborhoods and communities across the city.
Okay, so you've got a lot of background and experience that you're bringing into this new position.
Yes.
Right? Now tell me a little bit about your previous position. What was your title?
Previously, I was the Neighborhood Services Division Manager.
Okay.
That is a division that was created within the Planning and Community Development Department in December of 2012.
Okay.
And that was our initial effort to bring focus on housing programs and needs of our community residents.
Okay, so now there were some organizational changes. Can you give me a brief overview of what those structural changes look like? What happened to the Planning and Community Development Department?
In August last month,
okay.
As a result of our city council and our city managers' desire to see more focus on the services that we provide to the residents of Greensboro neighborhoods,
okay.
Planning and Community Development was divided into two departments, the Planning Department and the Neighborhood Development Department.
Okay.
Neighborhood Development is focused on providing residents with a level of service that will help them improve the conditions of the communities that they live in.
Okay, all right. So my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the Planning and Community Development Department already had a section within it that was focused on housing, but what they've done is they've taken that and they've made it its own department and they've really given it more of a focus on community development.
That is absolutely correct.
Okay.
We've moved all of our housing programs under one umbrella in neighborhood development, and it allows us to work directly with citizens and community leaders. Some people think of neighborhood development primarily from the aspect of minimum housing code enforcement.
Okay.
And while that is one of the things that we do, it is certainly not the only thing we do.
Okay.
In addition to enforcing ordinances related to our housing code, we also provide property owners, including landlords, with opportunities for loans and grants to help them make repairs on their homes.
Okay.
So we're not just coming down with a hammer saying you've done something bad.
Right.
We're trying to offer resources to help them correct any issues.
Right, this positive support.
Absolutely,
okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
Neighborhood development offers loans and grants for rehab, as I said. We administer the city's Better Buildings program. That is funded by a $5 million grant from the Department of Energy, and it allows us to provide energy efficiency upgrades to anyone who lives in the city of Greensboro, no matter what your income level.
Okay.
If you are below a certain income level, you can get a direct grant to fund your upgrades.
Okay.
If you are above that level, then you install your upgrades with one of our approved contractors, and we give you cash rebates for your efforts.
That is great.
Additionally, we have the Lead Safe Housing Program. That program offers funds to remediate lead paint hazards in homes to help protect our children from lead poisoning. We have an array of other programs that can be found on the city's website.
Okay. Oh, this is great. And I'm sure there are other things that you do within that department. They can probably find the information online?
They can. A couple other things that I will mention.
Yeah.
Our new department provides enforcement of the city's ordinances related to nuisances. And people usually think of overgrown lots.
Right,
When your neighbor has
that's what I think of. Yeah.
When your neighbors let their grass get too tall, or perhaps they've put inappropriate items out in their yard and left them for a long period of time, like old appliances or tires or anything else that creates a nuisance in the yard. Additionally, we provide enforcement of the city's zoning ordinances, which are related to land use.
Okay. Oh, wow. You guys do it all.
We have fun.
I bet you do. And you're wanting this information to become available for community leaders and folks that care about their communities, about the quality of housing, the quality of life.
Absolutely. We want to connect with people all across the city who would like to see their community and their specific neighborhood a nicer, more pleasant place to live.
Right. Thank you so much for joining us in the studio today, Barbara. I'm really excited about seeing where this new department is headed.
Thank you.
Now you can always follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube. Now we'll introduce you to the Small Business Librarian, who offers help to those interested in starting their own business.
I offer business and nonprofit research support to our patrons, so you could come in and ask me questions on how to start a business, how to look up information about industry research. You could also ask me how to find grants for your nonprofit. The type of assistance that we can offer to those thinking about starting their business, we have print and electronic resources that have those basic form books on how to start a business, how to form a corporation, how to form a partnership, those sort of things we have available. We also have classes and programs that we offer in partnership with various community organizations on how to write a business plan, how to start the business, and the financial aspects of running a business. And I'm available to help patrons research how to start their small business, how to improve their business, how to conduct industry research, things along that line. For example, we recently had a customer who came in. He was looking to have a patent for a product that he had created, and we have a resource here. It's called Patent It Yourself, and he actually was able to go through and look at the steps to see how you would secure a patent and then submit it. For more information on small business assistance, visit www.greensborolibrary.org or give me a call at 336-373-4559 or visit me at the Central Library downtown at 219 North Church Street.
Thanks, Lauren. What a great resource. Last month, Greensboro had the honor of hosting the first annual North Carolina Triathlon. Athletes from across the state competed. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. Congratulations to everyone who finished the challenge. Now, with over 488 signalized intersections in Greensboro, the Department of Transportation stays busy keeping things running smoothly. Recent upgrades to the system will make the operation even more efficient and make sure that we get to our destination safely and on time.
We have changed the cabinet and controller that on the street at every signalized intersection in the city, and additionally updated our central system software and added some CCTV cameras for traffic monitoring. It updates our equipment and technology on the street. Some of our previous control units dated to 1992. And they served us well, but essentially we're at the end of their useful life. Our previous copper cable system was even older. Some of it dated to the early 70s, 1974, and it was truly at the end of its useful life. I mean, it was a maintenance nightmare, splice problems all over the city, very susceptible to lightning. Fiber optic cable is not as susceptible to lightning. We can go further with copper. We had essentially a 10-mile limit from City Hall, so we could get just about to the airport, but not beyond. With our new fiber optic system, we are beyond the airport. Before we could not We could not pick up NC 68, which is a very critical corridor, and we have 68 online now. The entire system is Ethernet. I believe it's the first in North Carolina that's the entire network is Ethernet. We can monitor more closely. You know, people call in and say there's a problem at Benjamin Green Valley. Before, we were kind of blind to what was happening. We could sort of tell by the vehicle detectors that we had a queue, but now we can take care of it.
Hats off to GDOT for keeping the traffic moving. Now here's a look at upcoming events for the month of November. The end of this month brings a favorite holiday for kids of all ages. While the city has no affiliation with the observance of Halloween, you can visit the website below for a monster-sized list of safety tips for trick-or-treating. And now it's time for this month's fun fact. The question was, temporary campaign signs must be removed from all property within how many days after an election? A, 3 days, B, 7 days, or C, 9 days? The answer is B. Temporary campaign signs must be removed from all property within 7 days after an election. Well, that's all the time we have for this month's show. I'm Jody Baumgartner, and I'll see you next time on City Connections.